I'd like to welcome our first guest on the show today, Scott and Mary Francis from Brunswick Physical Therapy. Thank you so much for being on our show today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Let's start with you, Mary Francis. How did you get involved with Brunswick Physical Therapy?
Well, Brunswick Physical Therapy Associates is a division of Carolina Rehabilitation, and we were working locally, and then Scott and I decided to open up a division here under Carolina Rehabilitation. So we're co-owners of Brunswick Physical Therapy, and we opened in Charlotte in August 2004.
Okay. How long have you been in physical therapy?
I've been a therapist for 22 years.
And what about you, Scott?
I've been a therapist for 24 years and started work in England for 5 years and then came over to the US then and have worked in all areas of physical therapy.
Wow, so you have been in the field for quite some time. That's wonderful.
Yes.
You should be pros by now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about physical therapy, Brunswick Physical Therapy, and the background behind that company.
Well, we first opened in Charlotte, providing outpatient physical therapy, and then realized there was a need in more areas in the county, so then we opened another clinic in Southport, and then Supply, and then a couple years later in Sunset. So we provide physical therapy services around the county.
Wow. So you basically cover Brunswick County?
Yes.
Yeah, our aim was to be within about 15 minutes of most residents within the county, so it was very convenient for them after surgeries and when people are in pain and so forth, they can just get there very quickly.
And as staff members, you move around, so y'all travel to those different locations, is that right?
Yes, we have staff in each location, and then we do a lot of traveling and management of it, and providing some of the specialty services.
It's nice that you were able to travel around Brunswick County.
Yeah, and we also expanded our services into aquatic therapy, and also Mary's headed up expansion into the treatment of children with special needs in the community.
And you work with one of the local schools here in Brunswick County, is that right?
I do. We're a contracted provider with 4Kids Only, which is a developmental day center, and that's a great relationship. We provide services on site for children that normally would not receive them.
Wow.
In addition, I do treat in some of the other clinics as well as some of our other therapists do.
That's very nice.
So.
And you're getting ready to open a new location, is that right?
Yes.
Tell us where that will be located, please.
We're very excited about it. We've been in Southport for a long time, for about 10 years, but we're about to open a clinic which is just outside of the entrance for St. James, in St. James Plaza, and that's going to be 3,000 square feet, and it's going to be a brand new facility, so we're really excited about that. That's going to offer a lot of new services, lots of extra space, and
that'll be very exciting.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us some of the services that Brunswick Physical Therapy can offer to your clients.
Well, we treat all ages, like we said, from infancy to geriatric, all the way through, and all diagnoses. We people have pain, people are post-operative, before surgery, special conditions like after a stroke, just for falls and balance, vertigo, just anything, just decreased strength, impingement, frozen shoulder, that kind of thing.
pretty much after all these years, we've seen all types of
a little bit of everything.
Things that people need to go for therapy for. And we really call on that experience in trying to develop new programs out there and offer new services, and that's why we developed the pool program and other unique programs going forward.
And with the high schools around here in Brunswick County, do you do anything with sports? Do you treat athletes?
Yes, we have athletes come through that are referred to us from the high schools and some from the college also.
That's nice. I think a lot of our athletes in our schools are looking for that in Brunswick County, and that's nice. That's something I'm always looking for too as well.
Yes, and we do have after-school hours, which helps a lot.
Oh, that is nice. Very nice. Scott, if I was a client of yours at Brunswick Physical Therapy, when I'm walking in the door, what are the steps that you would take as your client?
Initially, we're going to complete a comprehensive evaluation of the patient, looking at things that might include range of motion, strength, balance, taking all sorts of measurements with respect to their pain level and how it impairs their function. We're then going to set some clear goals with the patient, working together on what our plan of care is going to be going forward, set some time frames on how many times a week we plan on seeing them that week, and having a clear objective when they're next going to be reviewed by the physician and what our plan is going forward. Okay,
so an extensive plan, I guess.
And that's ongoing. Yes. Every time someone's coming in, we're looking at that, reassessing where are we on that road to recovery.
That's wonderful.
Do changes need to be made and so on.
Yes.
I know you talked about treating children, which I know
Yes.
I don't think everybody does in Brunswick County, some of the physical therapies. I'm not aware of that. So I think that sets you aside. But
Yes.
what are some other things that sets you aside from other health facilities in Brunswick County?
Well, in addition to the pediatrics, definitely the aquatic therapy that we provide, and we do that at the Dynagore Aquatic and Fitness Center.
And we have filmed there before, so our viewers should be aware of where that is.
Yes, and we have been doing that since they opened, and we were the only physical therapy provider that goes there. And that's, if it's appropriate, it's a part of their plan. It's just a good way to enhance function in some ways and use the properties of water to help them get what they need. Because each plan is individualized and customized, and some people use it at the beginning and some people at the end, and there's a lot of great benefits to being in the water.
Okay.
So we like to include that, and we have staff that travels there for that 2 afternoons a week.
Oh, wow.
So.
Are there certain exercises that you do with every client in the water, or just depending on what their ailment may be or things like that?
It's all very individualized. Some things are standard, some of the things, but it's all very individualized to what they need. We use the therapy pool as well as the deep water to achieve their goals or to help them get better. So,
approximately how many clients do you think you have right now? Hundreds, maybe?
oh yeah, hundreds, probably 1,000 a month.
Right.
Wow.
Coming through, all not new, but those are the numbers. But we've steadily grown since we've opened, and I think that providing that one-on-one care, individualizing the quality, and the people know their therapists care about them really helps us with retention and word of mouth.
Wow.
And one thing we stress to people when they come is that they really take their time. They're taking the time to come and see us, and that they're taking their time and really getting everything out of it. And one thing in healthcare is not to rush and take your time and really be clear on why you're there and
try to fix the problem.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Right. Well, I know we've talked about the location in Charlotte. I believe it's beside Highway 55.
Yes.
And we've talked about the other locations in Brunswick County, but share with us your contact information if somebody was interested or needed your help, your telephone number and your address, please.
Our main office in Charlotte would be the one to contact, and that is 4501 Suite 5 North Main Street, Charlotte. And the phone number is 910-755-5863. Or our website is www.carolinarehabilitation.com, and you just click on the Brunswick County Division. It has all our contact information, as well as bios of all the therapists.
Wonderful. And if you have any other questions and they can't get a hold of you, they can always contact us at the Chamber and we can point you in the right direction. So I thank you very much, Scott and Mary Frances, for being on our show today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back.